Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of EUG Podcast. I'm here with Raul Rosas Jr. How you doing today, sir?
I'm doing good, and you?
I'm doing great, man. So I want to talk a little bit about your upbringing, right? Where you grew up. Tell me a little bit about that, and how was your childhood?
Well, I grew up in Clovis, New Mexico. It's a really small town, and I just started training with my brother because we were just like really energetic. So we would do soccer and MMA, and then my dad one time he was drinking, and then he was at the fights, and then one of the fighters pulled out. He was like 195 or something like that.
All right.
And my dad was like big too because he wasn't training a lot,
Right.
but he knew a little bit of boxing from Mexico, so he was like, "Oh, I'll fight." So he took the fight. So that was the first time that we went to see him fight. And after that, I saw him in the cage, and I saw like the backstage, like all the process, and I liked it. Me llamó la atención, and I was like, "Oh,
How old were you at that fight?
I was like five,
5 years old,
yeah.
right? Damn. And then, so after that, you realized, like, man, this is for me. I really want to try this.
Yeah.
And what did you get? What did your dad put you in?
Because we were already training jiu-jitsu and karate, but we wouldn't take it that serious. But after that, I started looking more into it. Like, we would just do it for fun. But yeah, we started with jiu-jitsu and karate, and my dad would help us with boxing a little bit. So, like, we would train like twice a day when we were little already. So we were pretty much being already well-rounded without even knowing we were just doing it.
Okay, okay. And then, it's you. You have your siblings. It's you, your two brothers, and one sister.
Yeah.
Okay. And they all fight.
Yeah, they all fight. But two of them got married, and
And then,
you
they
know
just
what
stopped, huh?
happens, yeah.
Nice. And so tell me, where did you start training jujitsu?
I started training jiu-jitsu with a guy called Daniel Casares. It was
Okay.
like a Gracie school, I think. I'm not really sure. I can't really remember. But yeah, I was there since I was 4 all the way till I was 12. I became an orange belt. And then I moved to Santa Rosa, California for 4 years. Trained jiu-jitsu there with Dave Terrell 4 years, and then ended up over here.
Nice, nice. And you and your parent and your brother also moved out here as well, right? Your
Yeah.
other brothers.
Yeah.
Nice. And when was your first? What? How old were you when you did your first pro fight?
I was 17 when I did my
17.
first
So
pro
you
fight.
didn't. So you didn't do any amateur fights before that, besides pancration.
Yeah, I did my first amateur fight when I was 15. I did that one. And then my second amateur fight when I was 16. And then 17, I went pro.
Nice, nice, nice. And obviously, your parents have really supported this situation of the MMA fighting.
Yeah.
And man, you guys have done amazing. I've seen you guys grow
Thank you.
in a short period of time. When you guys arrived to Las Vegas, how did that transition work out?
So we had a little differences over there in Santa Rosa, California with Dave Terrell. So we were training in our garage for like a year. But we realized like our level wasn't going down, but it wasn't going up. We were staying at the same level. So we didn't want to be stuck in a hole, so we wanted to keep progressing. So we came to Vegas and we checked it out. We liked it because the thing about Vegas is that there's a lot of gyms,
Right.
different styles of training. So we came out here and we started training like 10 Planet Las Vegas, and then you opened the door for us here in Cobrinha. So like now we just come here every day.
Right, right. And what people don't realize is that you guys have always been training with your father. Your father is the one that has been
Yeah.
training you all through these years, and we've just been a small part of helping you guys build your brand. Like you guys train at 10th Planet. You guys train at Extreme Couture, and all those pieces get put together for you to be successful. But at the end of the day, your father is your MMA coach, correct?
Yeah, because he's always like helped us with our striking, and he's also a purple belt in jiu-jitsu. Like I remember, we never got to train with kids because it was like a small town. Everybody was drones, so they would put me and my brother like on the side of training, and my dad would just go check up on us and like, hey, how do you doing on board? And we would forget, but we started remembering, and like he would show us like the basics, and we just started like going from there.
Nice, nice, nice. So you became you started fighting at professional at 17,
Yeah.
right? And you've been fighting for UWC, great
Yeah.
promotion in Mexico, correct?
Yeah. I fought all my 5 pro fights over there. in Mexico.
Okay. And how did those outcomes? How'd you like fighting in Mexico?
I liked it. I like because I get to eat the food over there and just enjoy. And yeah, the fights were pretty good. I got to finish all the fights. Only one fight went to the second round, but I'm glad it did. Because I didn't really have a training camp, but at the end of the day, there's no excuses.
Right.
I performed how I performed, and I performed good. But like people that know me, and I know myself too, I know that I could have done way better. So I just came back and I adjusted, and now I went back after that fight and got a first round TKO.
Nice. So now you have the opportunity to be on the Dana White Contender Series, September 20th, correct?
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I think I'm ready for this opportunity. I'm glad it came. I'm just training hard, and I've been waiting for this opportunity. I knew it could come anytime soon, so I expected it. And I'm fighting a guy called Mando Gutierrez. He's a wrestler and grappler, but I just think whatever he does, 10 times better. What I've seen from him is that he probably has a little bit of top control, but it's because he's fought fighters that are not that good. Like I'll grade him like a D. I think he's like a C plus fighter, but now he's facing the truth. He's facing an A plus fighter. So I just think September 20, I'm gonna show that I'm levels above.
Okay. And you know, you fighting at this Dana White Contender, let's say you get the contract, you'd be the youngest UFC fighter in history. How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel good. I just think it's another step for my dream because I want to be the youngest UFC champion. So it's just like me opening another door and keep chasing my dream about becoming the youngest UFC champion.
And besides MMA, what is it that you are, wanting to accomplish outside of MMA? What are your goals there?
Outside of MMA, first I want to finish my career, do my dreams and everything. But outside of MMA, I'm still thinking about doing some business because, like I said, like everybody says, you can't fight forever. So I just want to make a little bit of money and like invest on a business, or I want to build also a gym, and I just want to like do something else besides fighting.
Okay. And if there was a message that you wanted to give all the up and coming talent, what would it be?
Just train hard. There's no secret. Hard work. The age doesn't matter. The strength doesn't matter because they say, oh, he's an adult. He's like 10 times stronger, but that doesn't really matter because you don't gotta carry them. You're not gonna play arm wrestling. You're gonna fight, and at the end of the day, technique, hard work. Do reps and just keep working hard.
Okay. Awesome. And on September 20th, how do you see this playing out, the fight?
I just see me fully dominating. Like I said, if it goes 3 rounds, it'll go 3 rounds. But I'm gonna try to finish the fight every second of the fight. I think it doesn't pass the first or the second round. I think I'm gonna break him. I'm gonna break him and I'm gonna finish him because I just see him and I'm like, my striking is way better, my wrestling, my grappling, and I just think like I can do whatever I want, not only with him but anybody that steps in the cage with me. I feel really confident that my striking, my wrestling, my grappling is way better. I've been doing this for longer than people think, and I just know that I'm levels above these guys. Like I even see the people on the UFC roster, and like I think I can go in there and finish them, all of them.
Nice. And where does this confidence come from?
All this confidence comes from my skills, from my hard work.
Yeah.
I work hard and I know my skills and I know what I have. From all my fights, nobody has really seen what I can do, but they just know that I'm levels above because I finished these guys like nothing. I haven't got punched because these guys are like, they're good, but they're just not my level. They're like C fighters, C plus fighters, and I'm an A plus fighter. I can take the fight anywhere and I can finish the fight anytime.
I saw an interview recently, Mondo's interview, and he said that you were just one dimensional, that you were just a grappler, and that that's all you did. Tell us what you think about what he was saying.
He can think whatever he wants. If he thinks I'm just a grappler, he can think that. But at the end of the day, September 20th is gonna show. like I said, anybody can say whatever they want to say. He can say that he's boxed for 100 years, that he has over 1,000 fights. He can say whatever he wants, but at the end of the day, we see him fight. We know all his faults in his game, and we know the level that he's at. Like I said, I think he's a C+ fighter, but not just because he says that he's been fighting boxing and wrestling since he was 4 years old. That's not gonna make him an A+ fighter. He's like a C+ fighter, and I just know I'm levels above, and I just think that this fight I'm just gonna fully dominate.
And when Dana White gives you the contract, how are you? What is that? What kind of emotions are you gonna go through if you get that contract?
Not many emotions. I'm just gonna be happy, but not satisfied. Like I said, I'm just gonna be back in the gym, training and ready for my next UFC fight. Like I said, the plan is to go in there, finish the fight, get that contract, and I want to make my UFC debut like right away, maybe that same weekend or the next weekend. I think I'm ready. Like I said, if I knew that my level wasn't as high as the high level fighters, I would like take it more slow. I would be like, okay, now I gotta like get better and get better. But I think like if I went in there versus the champions already, I think I can not only like win a decision, I can go in there and finish the fight.
Right. Because there's a lot of people. Obviously, it's fresh, right? A lot of people in social media are like, "Oh, he's too young." They throw him in there too young. What's wrong with their coaches? What's wrong with their parents? That's just something they shouldn't do. But I mean, you're gonna turn 18 in 3 weeks, right after the fight. So what do you? I mean, I know they say that, but what do you think about that?
I don't think much. I mean, I get it. Like, if you just think about, oh, a 17-year-old is fighting, like, everybody's gonna think like, oh, he's too young because. But I'm not the same as any 17-year-old because like I've seen a lot of young talent, but they go on vacations, they go on parties, they go like after school parties. They're like, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna take a week off. But me, thanks to my father, and he's kept me on the game like dedicated. He was like, whatever you want to do, I just want you to be the best at it. So instead of going to parties, Halloween parties, I was at the gym. I would go to school, to the gym. I would do homework at the gym. So I've been putting in work since I was little, like a professional. And I just know what I have and what I bring to the table. That's why I know my coaches and my father and my mom, like, they signed that notary that I'm ready to fight because they know what I bring to the table. And nobody else sees what I put in, like the work I put in behind the scenes. Like, they just see what I do in the cage, and they can say like, oh, he fought a nobody, but at the end of the day, whether I fight a nobody or whether I fight like the best fighter in the world, the results are gonna be the same.
Okay. And recently, I've been seeing you, training with high level guys, Marab, Brandon Moreno, surrounding yourself with a lot of those guys, right? And also Kenny Marcial, Cobrinha's son. How has that experience been for you?
I'm glad I get to train with high level guys like this, like Kennedy Marcial. I get to grapple with them, and I just get to see kind of where my level is at, and also because I get to see what I could have done better in that role. I get to learn something that I wouldn't want it to happen in the fight. So I get like, oh, like I prefer to get beat up in the gym than in the fight. So like seeing these, getting to grapple with these guys and sparring these guys, like it just makes me notice like the holes that I have in my game and get to fix them. And I'm just like thankful for that I get to train with these guys.
Right. Awesome. And you're training at Extreme now, right? You're doing your camp studies. Tell us what you think about Extreme and how you like it there. Are the training also at 10th Planet? Casey, of course, great coach. Andy Varela, amazing. I know he's fighting ADCC soon, right? So tell us a little bit about what.
So I just go into Extreme for sparring.
Okay.
I haven't really trained much, so I can't say much about Extreme, but it looks like they have a really good facility and they have the doors open for any fighter. So like any fighter that walks in there can get good work in. Mm-hmm. And then I train at 10 Planet Las Vegas, and I like it because everybody in that room wants to be the best. Like Andy said, like I want y'all to be the best. Like he wants to progress, but he wants everybody to progress as well. So I go in there and like just that energy, and he's getting ready for ADCC, so he's making everybody just push through. And Casey like also like fix the details on control and everything. And then the good thing is that I also train here in Covina, and like with you, you get to fix the mistakes that I have, like making me like realize like I need to control and like sometimes I need to slow things down. So I'm just glad that I get to get advice from like people like you, Andy, Coach Casey, like just everybody, and I put it all together in my game, and I feel like that makes me a dangerous fighter.
Yeah, I feel honestly, I mean, we're like a little small piece of that because your father Raul has done an amazing job from the beginning. And again, it's just the small things, but man, you've always already came with talent before, coming in here. So it was just small little adjustments that we made. So man, thank you so much for coming in for the interview. I really appreciate it. If you want to share something, a little shout out or something you want to.
Just shout out to everybody that supports me and that helps me get ready, and just tune in September 20 because I'm gonna go out there and put on a show and leave it all out there, and I'm like 100% sure that I'm gonna get the finish. I'm gonna come out with a contract and I'm gonna make history.
Nice. Well, you guys heard it there from Raul. Thank you guys for watching. Till next time, keep evolving.